This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25. It's Thursday, October 7th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Well, the man accused of causing a deadly crash on U.S. Highway 95 that killed 3 members of an Idaho family earlier this year will be back in court October 19th. Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia says he's confident his office can prove that Tyler Kennedy was under the influence at the time of the crash.
The driver, Tyler Kennedy, survived, and because of the location, it was not possible to get a blood draw within the 2 hours that's required by the DUI statute. What that means is if it's within 2 hours and it's above the limit, boom, you have your DUI. If it's outside the 2 hours, you don't. You have to prove, try to prove, and that's why there was a delay, because I didn't want to run in and charge the DUI right away. I wanted to make sure we had a pretty good chance of proving it. It's certainly not a complete slam dunk or anything, but we did a lot of work to talk with experts and figure out that we think we can prove it, and I think we demonstrated that at the preliminary hearing. There was also a lot of evidence about Mr. Kennedy's driving, which was somewhat erratic, and by somewhat I mean a lot, right before the accident, and so we're confident that we can make that case. And so he's looking at 5 counts of DUI causing death or substantial bodily injury, and 5 counts of reckless driving causing death or substantial bodily injury. And if he's convicted on the DUI, he could get up to 8 to 20 years for each count, which could end up being 40 to 100 years. And I really want to tip my cap, though, to my team on this case. The work has been extraordinary, and really a lot of effort, and to make sure that we can't guarantee to the family that we're going to get the DUI, but we can promise them that it's been looked at and we're confident enough to go forward. And I know that people were frustrated for a while because we didn't charge the DUI right away, but I'm really looking more to try to help this family. So we're going to do everything we can to try to get something resembling justice for those people.
And during a 2-day preliminary hearing in August, the judge decided that there was enough evidence against Kennedy. Kennedy will appear before Judge Robert Lane in Tonopah District Court on October 19th, when he's expected to be arraigned on those charges.
And the Nye County Sheriff's Office identifies the woman killed in a crash that was head-on 2 weeks ago in this area.
54-year-old Shao Marie Bales of Pahrump died late September 23rd when the car she was a front seat passenger in was struck head-on by another car on Dandelion Street near Idaho Street. The driver of the car Bales was in was critically hurt. The driver of the car that investigators say crossed the center line causing the crash was also hurt. Pahrump Valley Fire Chief Scott Lewis says it was a high-impact collision.
As we were responding, the reports were coming in that there was a significant impact. There was possibly critical injuries, people trapped, and a head-on collision. As crews arrived on location, they found, in fact, that there was a head-on collision. There was very little, if any, evidence suggesting a deacceleration before the impact. Crews completed a scene size-up risk assessment, and they found that there was 2 people mechanically entrapped in one of the vehicles, and further assessment revealed that one of the individuals did not survive the injuries of the impact. The second one was successfully extricated in a timely fashion and transported to our local Mercy Air and flown to trauma. The driver of the other vehicle was medically assessed on scene and transported to our local hospital.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office continues its investigation into the cause of the crash, and at this point, they're still awaiting the results of toxicology tests to determine if impairment was a factor.
For some of our viewers and listeners that had a chance to see our report earlier this week about a performance review for County Manager Tim Sutton, there have been issues brought up about a possible lack of decorum for members of the public that participated in public comment, and the conduct they say was demonstrated by County Commissioner Leo Blundo.
This was one of the only news stories that I've ever had to bleep out the audio for public comment.
And understand, if they'll once, they'll do it again.
And then there was Commissioner Blundo donning a cheese hat. A little background on that. Commissioner Blundo decided to wear the unique hat as a nod to allegedly being referred to as Big Cheese in messages sent by Tim Sutton and other county employees. Needless to say, this portion of the meeting appeared to focus on airing personal grievances and not sticking to the agenda item at hand. So, at the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, there was some pointed commentary during public comments about the decorum displayed at the September 21st BOCC meeting.
Commissioner Blundo, I can't tell you how angry and appalled I was at the attack and bullying of Savannah Rucker, Tim Sutton, and Samantha Kramer at the last BOCC meeting. I thought it was despicable. Is this the reason Samantha resigned? If so, what a loss to this county.
First of all, Pat Minchell, if that wasn't a mic drop, I don't know what is. Secondly, the amount of hypocrisy that I've just heard in the last 5 minutes alone is enough to turn my stomach.
Now, one of the things I'd like to point out from last meeting is, as an observer, as a member of public, it was disheartening of the tone. Yes, we had there was a job to do, but some of the tone was really not good. Now, what do we do about this? Dignity, respect, good conduct, working together to strengthen our community. That's my expectation. Thank you.
We want decorum in these meetings. You're asking for it as a Board of County Commissioners. It's respect. Respect for the people and respect for their backgrounds. Some of you know my backgrounds, and there is a certain level of respect that goes with that. And I expect that level of respect, just as you expect the level of respect that goes with your title and your backgrounds. We all do, okay? Additionally, we went through a meeting, this last meeting, that was horrendous. Pat Mitchell just talked about it. I have a completely different perspective on it. The bottom line is, this is not the good old boys network here. It might have been in the past, but it is not.
If one thing is clear, the public has an expectation that their elected officials conduct themselves in a manner that is befitting of their office.
The latest on the COVID vaccine and other medical news you can use when we return.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, in your medical news, nearly 13,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer each year here in the U.S. In today's Medical Minute from Spring Mountain Medical, nurse practitioner Marquita Arajo says early detection is key to beating that disease.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Marquita Arajo with Spring Mountain Medical, your hometown health and wellness provider. Today I'm going to talk about cervical cancer. The World Health Organization reports that cervical cancer is the 4th most common cause of cancer in women. Almost 25% of those diagnosed are at risk of death if not treated promptly and properly. Early diagnosis is the key, so receiving an annual examination and testing is critical to early detection. Examination and testing may not prevent cancer, but it will be instrumental in proactively securing your health. I have the training to help detect cervical cancer along with the diagnostic equipment to explore diagnoses. If confirmed or suspected, you will be referred to a specialist. So if you're due for an exam, come see me so I can partner in your wellness. I am Marquita Arajo, and this has been the Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
Thanks so much, Marquita. Well, there's a new option for chiropractic care here in Pahrump. Centered Care Chiropractic is now open at 1601 East Basin Avenue. Dr. Katarina Sepulveda says her office can diagnose and treat nearly any type of problem requiring chiropractic care.
Now, Dr. Kat, it's time to cut that ribbon! Yay!
I focus on health and wellness. I do chiropractic spinal adjusting. I do muscle and myofascial release techniques. And I really like to be working one-on-one with my patients to get them back to their health. I've been a chiropractor since 2015. I used to work here in Pahrump, and then I decided to work in Las Vegas. And then I decided to settle down again in Pahrump with my family and open up my own family chiropractic office here. We've been open since mid-August, and now I got all of the kinks out. I'm ready to take patients with insurance and cash patients as well. I do take most insurances. Right now I'm in network with Aetna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, and also Medicare and Medicaid. Because, you know, I believe chiropractic care is for everyone, so I do make a discounted rate for cash patients at $30 a visit. It's myself and my office manager, so the patient's able to spend a lot of time with me one-on-one. I really like to spend my time with my patients. I'm able to do a full physical exam and then really get to the root of their health and wellness. I am in network with Workers' Comp. I'm on their panel, and also I do take personal injury. People can find me on Facebook at Centered Care Chiropractic, or they can find me online at centeredcarechiro.com, or they can give me a call at my office at 775-751-3316.
In other medical news, as the Delta variant continues to spread across the U.S., one COVID-19 survivor tries to raise awareness about the importance of getting the vaccine. As Brittany Rawl reports, he opted not to get the shot, thinking he'd be okay. But that choice almost cost him his life.
The day I came here, I could only stand up, hold on to something. I couldn't do anything.
53-year-old Robert Hughes is slowly rebuilding his strength after a life-threatening battle with COVID-19 this summer. He wasn't vaccinated at the time, a decision he now regrets.
I was the kind of person that thought, you know, I'll be okay. But now, you know, looking back now, I would take the shot many times over.
Robert was visiting family in Florida when he first got sick. He thought it was a cold, but his symptoms continued to escalate. So his fiancée encouraged him to take a COVID test. The results came back positive.
It got worse and worse. Pretty much I didn't get out of bed much. And finally, my fiancée decided to take me, you know, to the hospital.
Before he knew it, he was being admitted to the ICU.
And then within a couple of days, they said, we're going to have to intubate you.
We try to keep our patients with COVID-19 off of the ventilator as far as possible, just because they are able to assist us way more by their own energy and by their own breathing.
Dr. Rajiv Sani is an infectious disease specialist at Cleveland Clinic. He says a few days after Robert was intubated, his condition started to improve. And while the worst of it was over, he still has to go through rehabilitation.
When they recover, even when their lungs and their oxygen levels in the blood are recovering, it leaves them very weak.
Robert says the ordeal has been emotional for his family.
I have an adult daughter, and she said that she couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep because she was worried. Make sure that I was going to make it through, or this or that. She didn't know what to think.
And as he continues his road to recovery, he encourages others to get vaccinated.
Get that vaccination. You do not want to go through this.
For Cleveland Clinic, I'm Brittany Rawl.
All right, we're telling you about some major league moves and more in sports after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, it's time to meet KPVM's Athlete of the Week. And with that introduction and more sports news, here's Doug Ferber.
Hello, sports fans. It is Thursday, and that means it's time for our KPVM TV Athlete of the Week. Golf is a sport that has brought grown men to their knees. Pahrump Valley High School senior Tony Cross-Smith makes golf look easy. With her graceful tee shots and precise putting, this girl seems to be a natural. Last week's league meet at Aliante Golf Course saw the Lady Trojans dominate, winning by 69 strokes over the next best team. Cross-Smith, she shot an 87, but the senior has loftier goals.
Last week I shot my best round of my life. I'm really looking forward to the next couple weeks, the regional championship and state championships. I see a great future ahead for us, and I'm looking forward to it.
PVHS golf coach Bob Hopkins admires what Cross-Smith is doing and also has his team's sight set on bigger and better things.
Yeah, Tony's been playing real well. She's struck the ball off the tee great at Aliante and shot her career low round. And we're looking forward today as our last league match, and we hope to wrap up the league title today.
Tuesday's league match at Legacy Golf Course in Las Vegas saw the Lady Trojans once again dominate, shooting a combined 385, 61 strokes better than the next best team. Cross-Smith, teammate Shania Hopkins, who shot a 96 herself Tuesday, values what the senior brings to the links.
Tony is a great athlete just because she's super athletic and she helps our team build a friendship, and she really is the core of our team.
The girls play in the Southern Regional Championships on the 11th and 12th, hoping for another berth in the state championships the following week. The Lady Trojans have been runner-up in the state 3A for 2 of the last 3 seasons. Cross-Smith is excited to be part of this year's team.
It was a great honor to be Athlete of the Week. I look forward to playing more matches with my teammates, the last few that we have, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Congratulations to Tony Cross-Smith, our KPVM TV Athlete of the Week. The Trojan football team hosts Pinecrest Cadence tomorrow night, looking to go 2-1 in league. Coach Joe Clayton is very optimistic heading into the last few games of the season.
All right, Friday night was a big win for our boys. They put us in a situation where we're 1-1 in league. This Friday is at home against Cadence, another league game, and then our final league game next week against El Dorado. And the boys are looking excited to finish out this league on top.
Yesterday, the Lady Trojan soccer team beat Del Sol 8-1 in Las Vegas. Adriana Avina and Kiara Ramos each scored 2 goals for PVHS. The boys soccer team hosts Slam today at 5 p.m. Tuesday's home tennis match with Sunrise Mountain was forfeited, so PVHS took the win. A quick shout out to the Rosemary Clark Middle School football team who plays in the championship game against White Pine this weekend. Good luck. Last night, the Las Vegas Aces evened their best-of-5 series with the Phoenix Mercury, beating them 93-76 in Phoenix. The 2 teams go at it tomorrow night in a winner-takes-all semifinal. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. at Ultralight Arena at the Mandalay Bay. The Raiders host the Bears on Sunday at Allegiant. Kickoff is set for 1:05 p.m. If you have any athletes, inspirational stories, or ideas, drop me an email at dougf@kpvm25.tv. Now back to the news desk.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, here's a shot, beautiful shot from our Lerner and Rowe weather cam from the KPVM studios. We're looking down at the horizon and what else is in our extended forecast next.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and check this out. Big cold stuff coming this week, and coming with it, it's a bunch of wind and rain, just to alert you about. In fact, they're saying like a 70 to 80% reduction in the temperatures coming in the next week. They're not quite sure when, they're not quite sure how much is coming with it, but they're definitely predicting some rain and some wind as we look on into this forecast, the rainfall forecast. You can see this map over here, and it's got little touches of yellow. Looking at Pahrump, that's rain in the range of 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. Over here, we've got a wind map, and as you can see, a little touch of yellow right there. That's wind coming at us about 35, 40 miles an hour in parts of Pahrump. So definitely some stuff to think about coming into the next week or two. It's going to get kind of dicey out here. Current temperatures, pretty nice. Look at this fall weather all the way Fernley, all the way down to about Goldfield, touching on about 70 degrees. Let's just call that an average. Beatty are nearly 80. Amargosa, Las Vegas, about 85. Pretty nice out in Death Valley, 95. And here in Pahrump, well, let's take a look. It's 82 degrees currently. It was a high today of about 85. And I'm knowing what's coming. I am just enjoying the moment. Humidity at 22%, which belies our cloud cover. Sun rose this morning at 6:46 a.m. and it's setting this evening at 6:20. It's going to be getting increasingly cloudy as we head on into the morning, and a low temperature of 63 degrees. So we head on into the week. Let's look at it. Cloudy. Whoa, 25 mile per hour average temperatures. Yeah, we're going to get some wind tomorrow. They're telling us about it. Looks like dicey and rainy until about Sunday. Wind's taking another shift, and then Monday we've got a new shift of weather coming in. The wind's kicking up again to a 24-mile-an-hour average gusts. Clouds covering us. There's going to be some rain. It's just going to be a mess. All right? So you got the memo. Thank you very much. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks, John. And it looks like it'll be a beautiful weekend for a big event. The 7th annual Poker Run benefiting Desert Haven Animal Society is this Saturday, October 9th.
Yes, this is happening all because a bounty hunter has been doing this for Desert Haven to benefit them. It's all going to start at Big Dick's Pizza. That's right down there on Kellogg Road and Quarter Horse. You can check in between 8 and 10 a.m. for this poker run. They're going to make a few stops, so you definitely want to get involved in this. They're going to end at the Bounty Hunter right there on East Street. Everybody should get involved in this. You don't have to drive a motorcycle. You can even drive a car, and it'll benefit such a good cause.
How fast can I drive?
Oh, gosh, don't talk about that. All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. It's going to be like a streak. All right, I'm Deanna.
I'm Unette.
Good night.
Vroom, vroom.